Hello YouTube, this is DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the complete first season of The Simpsons on DVD. This is going to be the beginning of some of my re-reviews, since I previously reviewed this back in 2011, when I first made my YouTube account, and honestly the reviews were god-awful back then, so I'm going to update a few of them that I find, of course, quite significant. So the first season of The Simpsons, very significant, 13 of the classic episodes when, of course, Simpsons first aired back in 1989, and I genuinely do love this season. So let's take a look at the details of it. First of all, we have the front cover artwork of the Simpsons family sat inside the television. Simpsons complete first season. There's the side art. The box set is rated PG, and we have Lisa and Bart on the side. Flip it over to the back, and we have the lovely sort of spiral design with Santa's little helper in the center. I unfortunately do not have the little backing card. Some of them did have backing cards with a list of the episodes and special features. I unfortunately do not own that, but it probably wasn't as relevant anyway. So the back artwork I really do like with some of the Simpsons characters we've come to love over the years, such as Selma, Sideshow Bob, Chief Wiggum, Grandpa Simpson. The box set is rated PG, general viewing, but some scenes may be unsuitable for young children. Pretty average for The Simpsons. So there's the opposing side with Homer, Marge, and Maggie. And then if we open this up, inside we have a little image of the sofa once again with Homer asleep and little Maggie sat on top of his stomach. And what's good about this box set is there's actually a reversible kind of cover. On the opposing side we have the couch literally destroyed, and you could maybe optionally insert that inside this television set instead of the regular Simpsons family image. So that's the outer box set. Take a look at the inside. There's both images once again. Inside we have, as per usual, I believe from seasons 1 through to 5, printed inside the actual box set itself. We had a little note from Matt Groening, which if you want to pause this video and read over that, then by all means do so. Again, more of the artwork of the spirally abyss as the Simpsons family drift into the abyss, which is quite cool. And we have some accessories like the TV remote, Duff beer, etc. So opening this up once again, it's a 3-disc set. We have Homer on disc 1, Maggie and Marge on disc 2, and then we have Bart and Lisa on disc 3. And then on the little insert area where the booklet is kept, we have Santa's Little Helper and the cat Snowball 2. Okay, so moving on to the episode guide, of course we have the front cover artwork, which is identical to what was printed inside the actual box set. So let's give a run through of the episode. So first up we have Simpsons roasting on an open fire, which aired back in 1989. The episode is Christmas themed, of course very appropriate since it was aired on December 17th, and overall is probably one of the most tremendous and beautiful Simpsons episodes ever aired. I really do love the introductions to each individual character. They get pretty much the same amount of screen time as each other, and overall that gives you the opportunity to establish what roles the characters are going to be portraying. So really solid Simpsons episode, absolutely fantastic, really heartwarming ending where Santa's Little Helper, the pet dog, joins the family, and overall just gave a really positive message. So that's Simpsons roasting on an open fire, really solid episode. Next up we have Bart the Genius, one of my all-time favourite Simpsons episodes where Bart cheats on one of his IQ exams, and I love the confession at the end where Bart tells Homer that he did cheat after Homer has believed throughout the entire episode that he really is a genius, and Homer goes absolutely ballistic. And I think the choppy animation towards the end where Homer's trying to smash down Bart Simpson's bedroom door is really funny, and just some of the funniest animation on here just because of how bad it looks. But of course the Simpsons episode itself was fantastic and one of my all-time favourites. Next up we have Homer's Odyssey, where Homer gets promoted to the safety inspector at the nuclear power plant. This episode introduces Burns and Smithers, and I thought it was kind of bizarre how Smithers was portrayed as a black man with purple hair, which I believe they changed due to racism issues of inequality, and of course Smithers being beneath Mr. Burns, which is kind of bizarre. But anyway, that's Homer's Odyssey. Next up we have There's No Disgrace Like Home. Again, really funny animation because the family end up going through electroshock therapy after discovering that they are the worst family in town. Really funny overall and absolutely fantastic. Next up we have Bart the General, where Bart ends up putting an army together to get revenge on Nelson Muntz, who's been bullying him. Flipping it over, we have Moaning Lisa, where Lisa becomes quite depressed and ends up finding her passion in life, which of course is music, and ends up finding her inspiration, which is the character Bleeding Gums Murphy, which is kind of a sad episode really. So that's Moaning Lisa. Next up we have Call of the Simpsons, one of the first Simpsons episodes I ever watched, and the family end up getting stuck in the forest, and a camera crew end up filming Homer Simpson and thinking he's Bigfoot, which is quite funny. Next up, we have the Telltale Head, where Bart gives into some peer pressure and ends up beheading the statue of Jebediah Springfield, which is quite a funny episode. Of course, it gives quite a positive message. Next up, we have Life on the Fast Lane, where I think Marge ends up cheating on Homer, which is quite a bizarre episode again, where she starts reevaluating her life and starts to consider all these options, which is a really interesting episode. So that's Life on the Fast Lane. Next up, we have Homer's Night Out, where Bart accidentally takes a photo of Homer dancing with a very seductive female dancer, and ends up making so many photocopies of the photo, and Marge, of course, finds out. So that's quite an interesting episode. Next up, we have the Crepes of Wrath, where I think Bart ends up going over to France as an exchange student, which is quite an interesting episode, where he ends up basically just getting mistreated, which is quite really brutal, really. So that's the Crepes of Wrath. Next up, we have Kristi Gets Busted, introducing Kelsey Grammer's character of Sideshow Bob, where Sideshow Bob, of course, frames Christopher Clown for armed robbery. So that's quite a cool episode. And then we have Some Enchanting Evening, where a babysitter gets hired and ends up basically looting the Simpsons family home, which again is a really cool episode. So that's pretty much The Simpsons Season 1 overall. An absolutely tremendous first season. A really great entree of different episodes, great variety, and some of the best episodes ever made of The Simpsons. So that's the first season summed up as far as the episodes are concerned. I also removed the discs from the actual box set itself, since some of the artwork is different beneath the actual discs when you pop them off. So that's Simpsons Season 1. I shall be reviewing each individual season over the next few months. So if you enjoyed this review, then be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know what you think of The Simpsons. Of course, it's been one of the most long-running sitcoms ever made, and overall one of the best animated series ever. What do you think of some of the newer episodes? That's probably more important. So that's Simpsons Season 1. Be sure to leave a like down below, comment below, and subscribe for more.